What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and in today's video, my friends, we're going to take some time and talk about some of the issues that gamers are currently having with Rainbow Six Extraction. Now, thankfully, last week, the game put out a tweet saying that they did recognize that a lot of people were having certain issues with the game, so today I want to go over that list. I'd like to talk about some of the workarounds they've given us, which should hopefully help you out until they can actually patch what's going on. Now, if you happen to be new here, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really does help us out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here. Our current one is for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow us on Twitter, and the winner will be announced on April 4th of this year. So one of the things I'd like to mention as we start off today is if you happen to have an issue that is not listed in this video, please let me know what's going on in your gameplay in the description down below. I'll do my best to try to get you some answers, a workaround, or at least pass along the information. So you can see here the game put out a tweet a few days back and they said the following, calling all React operators. Ubisoft Support is now on Discord. If you are encountering technical issues with R6 Extraction, you can get help by clicking below. And my friends, I strongly suggest one way or another, either whether it's through Discord or Ubisoft Support on Twitter or even emailing them, through your actual account, whatever it is, let them know what's going on in your gameplay. Now, from my experience, I've seen a lot of people get a direct response from the game pretty quickly when they actually comment on a post that the game puts out. So for instance, that one post I showed you a moment ago from Twitter from a few days back, if you were to click on that, you'll see people commenting on issues that they're having, and they get a direct response back from Ubisoft Support. So my friends, give that a shot, and hopefully you'll get the answers you're looking for. Now, what you're looking at here is just some of the information the game asks for you to provide if you have a problem in game itself. And you can see if there's an error message, they want to know which one it is, what map, what region you were in, what operator you're using, the approximate date and time when the issue occurred, if it happened more than once. And look, I know it seems like a pain in the ass. And not only that, I know a lot of the time people really aren't paying attention to those details. You're more pissed off at the fact that your game got cut off or whatever happened. However, the more information you can pass along, the better the chance they have of actually solving the problem for you. Moving on, my friends, let's now get into some of the known issues that players have been having in the game since it launched a few days ago. And for PC players, there are players on PC that might not be able to interact with the discovery points, and other players using some AMD GPUs on PC may find that the HDR option is disabled in-game. And unfortunately, for both of these issues, there have been no workarounds identified at this point. As far as Xbox users are concerned, they bring up two issues. The first of which is that players might become unable to pull up the chat wheel commands after playing several incursions in a row on Xbox. And the second one is where players may find that voice chat and text chat are not working after rejoining a game in progress. Now, there is a solution for this one. It's not rocket science. They say that all you need to do is restart the game and that should solve the issue. However, I have not had this problem. If you have and that works, please let me know in the comment section down below. The community manager then goes on to talk about some Stadia issues where some players on Stadia might experience on rare occasions the loss of keyboard or mouse controls, and once again the fix for that is to just restart the thing and start it over. And finally, in regards to some other issues, they wanted players to know that the current shop contains a misleading message indicating an expiration date of September 2022 for the VIP status once activated. There is no expiration date for the VIP status, and this message can be ignored. Now, one of the main reasons I started this off by saying that the list they showed us a moment ago wasn't extensive is because clearly there are things missing from that list. I mean, I've heard from you, I've seen online, I've had some issues myself, and there are a lot of things that we know need to be fixed as quickly as possible. So to start off with some of the main issues that I've been hearing from you guys, and I've also noticed myself, we're going to start with server issues. And one of two things are happening to players who are having connection problems. They're either A, they're just playing their game, cruising along, doing their thing, either solo or group, and all of a sudden they see a server connection error message pop up on the screen. Now, with that message, there is a code, so please make sure you do take note of it and send it on to support. And the other issue, and this is happening for certain players since launch, is they cannot log into the game at all. No matter what they do, how they try, they are unable to play the game. And I know for so many people out there, that's incredibly frustrating. Moving on to a few more issues that I know some gamers are having. First of all, they are unable to revive their characters in-game when they're playing. Now, I've heard of this mostly on PS5. Now, if you happen to have had that issue on any other console or even PC, obviously, please let me know in the section down below. It's nothing I've seen. But again, I've seen so many people mention it that they're playing, their character gets downed, or one of their teammates gets down, they try to revive them, they can't, and obviously that throws off the game as well. One of the other things that's going on in the game, and you can see by this footage, this happened to me yesterday. I was trying to get into the airlock to move on to the next area, and my character got completely stuck. Now, when that happens, first of all, you're going to go MIA. It's going to happen no matter what, because once that timer's out, it's lights out for you. Not only that, it also affects the other squad mates because then they need to make the decision. Do they want to continue Maelstrom Protocol? Do they want to just go and extract, find another person? So again, when things like this happen, it does throw off the game for everyone, whether you're the one who's stuck or not. Now, the good news is that the game is well aware that these and other issues are taking place. They're currently working on solutions. However, they don't have anything to report at this time. And as always, as soon as the game announces anything whatsoever in regards to fixes that are on the way, I will definitely pass that information along. Now, I happen to think that the game should be implementing a patch within the next week or so, and hopefully that will fix a lot of the problems players are having. And one thing I want to make sure I mention as we move on, actually a few things. First of all, I am loving this game. I'm having so much fun. And yes, I've mentioned a few issues I've had, but 98% of the gameplay has been perfect, and this game has completely surprised me, and I've really enjoyed it. However, with that being said, one thing I always want to make sure I do with this channel is give you a fair and balanced assessment of a game. So it's not about my gameplay, because that's just one person, that's my opinion, and that's my experience. So I want to make sure I share everything I'm hearing with you in the community. That way you can make an informed decision on whether this may be the game for you or not. Which now, my friends, brings me to talking about the Buddy Pass system, which we are finally going to get on January 27th at 3 p.m. UTC, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Now, with this system, anyone who owns the game has 2 codes they can give to friends, and those friends can use those codes for 2 weeks and play the game entirely. And in my opinion, that should be a really good thing for this game because it will get people to actually try it. Look, we've all seen the hype before the game came out. There were people who hated this thing before it even launched. And what's funny is I've heard from a lot of gamers out there who had no interest in playing this whatsoever. They picked it up, they played it, and they're really glad they did. Therefore, if you happen to be able to get a Buddy Pass, definitely do so. Give this game a shot. And a reminder, any of you who have Xbox Game Pass, this is obviously free for you. You get those Buddy Passes as well, so hopefully you can pass those along to other people who don't have the game. On that note, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this thing up. However, as always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your continued support. I just started covering this game. Your response has been great. I sincerely appreciate the feedback, the comments, the questions, all that stuff. So definitely let me know what's going on in your gameplay in the section down below. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Still breathing. Trap it at the extraction point. That trap is really good.